I think we're live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Ultimate Freedom Call. Bert, why did your thing say Faye Nolman? Is that your new name?
It says, what does it say?
But when I saw your logo, but next to it, instead of saying Bert Bledsoe, it said Faye Nolman. Did you sign in as some other person today?
Oh, no. Well, no, but I did. But no, it's so funny because I was just literally helping. No, that's so hilarious. I was just helping someone else do, like, they were like, can you show me how to do this webinars on air? So I made them a panelist on someone else's webinars on air, on someone else's computer, and they were trying to tell me their email, and I was like, that is way too complex. I'll just type in mine.
And then, so now you're Faye. So just so you know. Now when you came on, and by the way, guys, we will start the webinar in a second, but I got to chat with Bert first. When you came on, it said Bert Bledsoe, but in the thing, because I'm sitting here and I'm going, who's coming over to play with me today? I'm going to see if Bobby or anybody else wants to come over. But I'm like, who's coming over to play with me today? And I'm like, well, maybe Faye wants to come play with me today. And JP's like, what?
That is hilarious.
Anyway, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Ultimate Freedom Webinar, brought to you by My Lead System Pro. My name is Diane Hockman. This is Faye over here, otherwise known as Bert Bledsoe. I'm pulling over. I'm seeing if Bob Clark's available. He may or may not be. He's a very busy man, so we'll see what we can do. If there's any other L1s in the house or above, let me. Yeah, it does. It says Faye Nolman.
That's so hilarious.
I love it. I love it, and just scanning through here. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Awesome. So, Bert, I have a very big announcement. It's a very big. Hi, Bob.
That sounds fun.
It's a very big announcement. The Ultimate Freedom Webinar is moving. It is moving to Tuesdays instead of Mondays. I have a conflict on Mondays. So as of next week, April 1st, the Ultimate Freedom Webinar will be same bat time, same bat channel. Actually, same bat time, same bat channel, different bat day. Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern for all of you folks in Europe. I don't know if your time has changed yet, so I don't know what time it is there, but you know what I mean. So that's big news, I think. Big news, eh?
Yep.
We are changing the Dean's Quick Start training will change to Monday nights at 9 p.m. So we'll be letting everybody know, and that'll all get mailed out. And in fact, I don't think an email went out about this webinar today. So the good news is we have actually a little bit more intimate crowd than usual, because I think not as many people knew it was going on. So we can give you guys some more some personal time, which will be nice. But that's the big news. Cool. I think it's good. New for spring.
Yep.
New for spring. Next Tuesday will be my birthday party. Even though it's not officially my birthday, it will be the closest Ultimate Freedom Webinar to my birthday. There might even be gifts that I give away. There might be. I got to check with Brian and get his permission that I can give away gifts next week. But if I can, let me check the chat. If I'm allowed to give away gifts, would you like a gift next week? Would you like a free training or gift takeaway training? In fact, I encourage Bob and Bert, if you want to give away something for my birthday, if you guys have any good training hanging around, let me know, because maybe you can give away something for my birthday too, if you want. You don't have to. Sure. But we can have a festival. Let's see. Oh, there's Angela. Do you want to come on, or are you doing Girl Patrol? Which I'm sure you're doing Girl Patrol anyway. But I thought they were super cute last time. Angela's girls sitting in the background.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were watching shows and stuff. I thought they were fabulous. So if anybody else who is an L1 or above wants to give away a birthday gift on my birthday, for my birthday, what a great deal. We'll have a little party and everybody can get free stuff. I think that's very, very good. Because the truth is that I won't be doing a real hangout on my real birthday, because I love y'all, but, not that much. Not that much. Although I have in years past, but this year now I understand that I'm being taken somewhere. I don't know where. So, yeah.
Wow, cool.
So, okay, let's get Angela. Well, she says, of course. I don't know if that means, of course, come over, or that means, of course, I'm doing Girl Patrol. But I'll send you the link, Angela, and if you want to come on out. If you can't, do what you got to do. So last week we had technical difficulties. and we could not do the show. So so apologies to any of you guys that came down last week. It was not my fault. It was Google's. Write letters to them and complain. But what I'm just kind of in the mood to do some kind of like more intense Q&A. I'm looking for some people to send in some good. We had a ton. The last week we did this, we had a ton of really good questions. I had to kind of coax people. I had to kind of convince them. But once they started coming in, they were awesome, and we ran out of time. We couldn't finish. So I've turned on the Q&A. We're open to pretty much any marketing questions you have, My Lead System Pro, just general marketing ideas and concepts. I do reserve the right to defer to colleagues when I don't know the answers, which is, I don't know, fairly often. Bob, how was Morris's birthday?
It was great. We took him out, had a good time.
Morris is his cat. but our cat, who unfortunately disappeared, looked just like Bob's cat. So when we saw his pictures, we were very devastated.
Aww.
By the way, I'm filling time while you guys write in some questions. So what kind of questions do you guys have? Do you have questions about creating your funnels? Do you have questions about copywriting and email letters? Do you have questions about meeting people? Do you have questions about generating leads? Do you have questions about how to talk to the people once you get them? Or we could keep talking about Bob's cat, which I'm always a fan of.
I could bring him in. Yeah.
If he's around, I'd love to see Morris. I like to see the pets.
Bob,
Hold on.
if you go get
hold on.
Morris, Bob, I got some sweet transition music for you. Ready? Oh, it's not long enough. I got the Batman transition.
Yes.
So, you know, I need to get like a little mixing board so that we can, every time there's like a sound effect, I can boom, transition, boom, right? We can
Bert, will you do, years ago, before MLSP existed, back in the day, we did a marketing training and MLM sing-along one night. It was very, very fun, and what we did was our DJ, who was my friend Steve, pulled up many fabulous tunes, often show tunes from different TV shows and things. So if I put you in charge of the sing-along portion, would you take that? And this usually happens kind of a little bit later in the evening, and cocktails are optional for those that wish for them, not required. But so will you do the show tune music if I ask you with that?
Absolutely. I'm all over that. That's some fun stuff.
We'll have a lot of fun. Hello, Angela. How are you? I don't hear her, but she looks cute. She always
go.
Oh, there she goes. Hello, darling.
Hello. I've got one in bed with a tummy bug.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so there's only one behind me, and I might have to fly any second. So
yeah, well, that's okay, because Mommy Patrol trumps MLSP Patrol. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Ah, we got Rosie and we got Morris. Hi, Morris.
Hello, Morris.
Happy birthday, Morris.
Yeah.
To put him up a little bit.
Happy birthday. All right, we're torturing you.
He's the cutest
Happy
cat in the world.
birthday. Whatever you do, don't mess up my cucumbers this year. Don't go in the garden.
Okay. Now,
right,
now
we
he starts
got it.
scratching.
We got a couple questions that came in. I don't know the answer to this one. Maybe one of you guys do. Does anybody know anything about Twello? For Twitter's thing, Twello? Alan's getting an error when he keeps trying to sign up. Does anybody know anything about Twello?
It's because there's marshmallows stuck in the Twitter.
There's what stuck in marshmallows stuck in the Twitter. So when you mix Twitter and marshmallows, you end up with getting stuck. We are useless to you today, Alan. I'm sorry.
We are not fellow marketers.
Let me ask you,
I didn't even know there was a Twello.
as a consolation prize, would you like to learn my wonderful Twitter lead generation technique on the for those of you that are in network marketing, and I know not everybody is, yeah, guys ever work the end of the month or the end of the week, or depending on your company, and you ever get to that last day of the month and you really need some volume and you're kind of desperate and you're willing to do anything to find some people to talk to? I use Twitter. That's my Twitter. That's my time for Twitter. I also find that I like to use Twitter. I set a number of leads that I intend to generate every day. I have a number of people I'm going to meet. Okay, every day I meet so many people, And every day I want so many people on my list. And if the end of the day comes and I haven't gotten them, that's when I hit Twitter. And I'm not even going to bring it up, but just a little tip. And then, Alan, I would say ask in the Facebook group about Twello, because I don't know anything about it. But Twitter, most people don't realize that Twitter is among the most incredible search engines you can possibly get access to, because you're able to pull up everybody that's been talking about a topic in the last hour. How would you love to be able to pull up everybody that told you, like if you're in, let's say you're in fitness or health and wellness, everybody who just got back from the gym in the last hour? Or how would you love to be able to figure out everybody who just went to an opportunity meeting in the last hour or 2 hours? And that's why I like Twitter. I don't use it so much. I mean, I tweet or whatever, but I don't use it that way to communicate. I tend to use Facebook and other mediums more. But Twitter is so great because you can go find everybody that's talking about something in the last hour and then reach out and just kind of start conversations. And during those conversations, you're definitely able to pick up leads very, very easily. So I'm sorry we don't know about Twello, Alan, but the secret to doing that is you have to think like the person you're looking for and think about what they would write. Because if you just type in lead generation, for example, you're going to find a lot of people that are just have automated tweets. You guys know what I mean? All that automated stuff. So you need to think about what somebody would really type if they're not trying to advertise. The real live people that are on Twitter. And we could do that another day, but that's just something that I find very helpful. You're trying to make that next level of qualification, or you're trying to hit so many leads, or you're promoting something and you want to have conversations. It's very effective. After looking at all of the Facebook training that is offered under the MLSP training, where do we go for advanced training? I'm so glad you asked. Are you specifically interested in more Facebook advanced training, Ralph? Because if that's the case, I will show you. Wait for me for a minute. I should have been more prepared. I'm going to turn on my screen once I get this up. Give me 1 second. I'll show you where all the advanced training for everything is. How about that? It'll be fancy. Now, we have an extremely comprehensive Are you guys hearing me?
Now we are.
Okay, it says my network. Will you hear me for a while?
You froze for a few minutes, yeah.
You were frozen.
Yeah, you froze.
Did I freeze with a weird look on my face? Because that would be embarrassing. I hate when that happens.
Of course.
Great. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen now, or you see me? My screen?
Screen.
Okay, so if you guys log into your, oh look, Marty McDonald, member of the month. What a cute professional picture of Marty Mack. If you guys log into the back office and you go to the store, okay, you can either log in or I'll give you the exact links to these, but blah, 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 blah. Social media mastery is the Facebook advanced course that Michelle put together, and she updates that as well to keep it really up to date. Let me get the right link for us. Are
we supposed to be seeing your screen right now, Diane?
Yes, are you not?
No. We can see a picture of your face. As nice as it is.
I see your screen.
Oh, do you? Okay, that's
Yeah.
odd. All right. Oh, now I do. Okay. Now I do.
Okay. Here's the course. It's getfansmakemoney.com. I will put it in the chat. But this is Michelle's extensive. Michelle is the queen of Facebook. Over and out as far as advertising and EdgeRank and all that other stuff. So this is the most comprehensive course that I'm aware of that handles advanced Facebook training. So I'm going to put that in the chat, the link to it, So in case any of you guys want to grab that, it's major stuff. Hello. There. Putting this in the chat here. So it's getfansmakemoney.com. Why isn't that coming up?
It's there.
It's there?
Yeah, it's there.
I think my computer's doing weird things. Which is pretty much par for the course. So, so Get Fans Make Money is the advanced Facebook. And again, we offer very comprehensive training. And then when somebody wants to specialize in one of the marketing methods, we highly encourage you to invest in some more advanced training for those of you who'd like to. But you certainly can generate leads and get a lot done with what we've given you in the back office. So let's see what else. We have more questions. Okay. What does it mean to sponsor someone in your business, and is it necessary? Chris, it completely depends on the business model that you're working. If you are an affiliate marketer, then there is no sponsoring. You're just selling a product to a customer. If you are in network marketing or in a referral business, then that is when you refer someone into your particular business and you become their sponsor or their referrer, depending on the language that the program is working. So for example, here at My Lead System Pro, we are an affiliate program, and you do not need to refer any other affiliates if you don't want to. You can just sell our products, use our training, and use our system. Or you could just use our system and use our training and not refer anybody, but if you care to, you certainly can make a very nice residual income with it. So hopefully you can maybe clarify the question a little bit more. If you're in network marketing, as many people here are, then that is a business that does involve sponsoring people. That's how we make our revenue. So that would be bringing someone into the business. And hopefully that's it. Okay. You can promote the MLS blogs. There are also inspirational quotes. Where do we go to find the MLSP inspirational quotes to promote? Mina's asking. Do you guys know? Mina, I'm not sure. I mean, the blog I know how to promote, but I'm not sure about the inspirational quotes. We do have our daily wake-up call.
There's a, Diane, there's a, not in the main group, not in the community, like where everyone's asking questions, but the you know, there's two groups, right? Like there's like the fan club and then the community. And on the other page, that's just like the MLSP page, they do the either Roxana or Robin or someone puts up awesome little like what are, you know, the memes, but they're not, well, they're kind of like memes, you know, they're pictures with awesome stuff on them.
Yeah. So on the fan page.
On the fan page, yeah, that's where it's at.
Let me bring that up.
Sorry, I couldn't. I know there's two different places to go to there.
Nope, that's okay. I'm bringing it up. Okay. So for those of you that are MLSP members, let me get my screen going here. You are given a Facebook group where the community is, where we all kind of hang out. Now, here's some good news that I don't know that I'm supposed to share, but I'll do it anyway. Does that sound okay? Is it okay if I cheat? We have our own person. One of the problems with Facebook is people get into the group and they spam and they do all kinds of stuff, and every morning somebody has to come in and clean up the trash, all the spam and junk. So we are actually going to have our own community site within My Lead System Pro. So very excited about that because nobody will be able to get in there unless they're a member. So it's coming soon. I know a bunch of you guys are aware of it. Some of you guys that are over here because you're helping out with it. But Jim's working on that, and that'll be coming out pretty soon. So that's going to be really neat. And each of the products will have its own groups. You can ask the trainers, you know, questions. So you'll have a lot of access. It's really cool. But currently on Facebook, we have a group, a community group for all the members, and then we also have this is the fan page. And, you know, people post stuff over here. We used to use the fan page a lot during when we were doing webinars because we would communicate on here, but nowadays not as much because we're communicating inside the chat and the Q&A right here in our Hangout software. So this is the fan page. If you haven't liked it, you certainly can. So Mina, is this what you're referring to, these types of things they put here? Because if not, I'm not sure. But sometimes I'm out of the loop. So, but it looks like there's a whole bunch of them over here that you guys can grab and use, which is very fun. We also have our daily wake-up call. You guys can promote those. I don't know if you realize, one, you can promote the number and stuff here. This little thing right here you can put out. That we do with the MLSP phone there. But you also can promote the podcast feed. We have a feed where people can have that downloaded right to their, their phones and different things. It's really cool. And that goes on every day at 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. So that's kind of neat. And then, of course, we have our MLSP blog. And as you move into leadership, you're invited to share your pieces here, so it's really great exposure. Here's MLSP.com, and then if I get the menu to pop down here, you can see the blog, and they put all kinds of articles by our members. And this is something that I really, really, really want to emphasize, because I had somebody today asking me, and by the way, you can put, actually for this, I don't know how you do that. Like normally you'd be able to put your username dot whatever, but because blog comes in front of it, I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure we can find out. MLSP is the community that promotes from within. And oh, there's Angela. Look at that. Wait, let me scroll back down here. Scroll. Won't scroll. Just saw her there. There she is. Look how pretty she looks. And there she is again. She's just hogging the blog there, Angela. What's up with you? She's hogging the blog. So I think that what's really important to understand, there's different training spots out there. There's different companies out there. And sometimes people will sit and they'll argue about, which better and which one's this and which one's that. But My Lead System Pro is the company that promotes its own members. As you move up in our leadership levels, they are featuring you. They feature you on our blogs and our publications, and these are highly trafficked blogs. They feature you on the webinars and Hangouts. Right now, Bob, Bert, and Angela, they're being, promoted here and put up, and me, they just stuck with me. I just keep doing these darn things. But, they'll promote you and put you onto webinars with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. They'll send your story, like Marty McDonald is our Member of the Month. His story has gone out in emails probably to 100,000 people in the industry. So that is some serious exposure. And as you move up, they give you opportunities to partner with the company and provide products and services to the teams. Like Rob Four, has these really neat products that people are using to promote their RSS feeds and all his SEO stuff. And there's all these different things that you can acquire as a member and as a leader at My Lead System Pro, and a lot of people don't understand that. I would rather be here than anywhere else because this is the platform that's going to platform me. This is the platform that's going to platform you. It's not Guru City here. This place creates the gurus. And I think you guys really want to wrap your head around that because it's really important to understand. It's a bigger opportunity than anywhere I'm aware of. Let's see. You saw a video, a YouTube video with me talking about packaging a story. I think this would be good to customize a campaign. Can you show us how to customize a campaign using a packaged method? Are you talking about like a whole packaged website story? Angela, is yours done? The one that we were working on? I'd like to show yours off if it's together.
Yes, it's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we go look at what you put together? Do you want to take this screen and maybe show us that campaign that you were working on, so you could see your version of a packaged story in there and so on?
Sure. I've got no idea how I take the screen.
It's on the left-hand side. That little window pops out, and there's the green arrow thing.
That's right. Okay. First of all, I've got to think about where it is, though.
Yeah. Go find it, and then Bert and I will do background music, and Bob will hum along.
I mean, basically, it's two separate. Oh, okay. So So I can find the campaign in my Lead System Pro, can't I? Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
know
do
where
that.
I put my stuff either, so it's good. It
You
just
keep
keeps running.
You keep talking. You keep talking, and I'll find it.
Hmm. Bob, do you have any ones with a package story on I don't know if you do
No, I
a
don't
custom
think I do.
campaign. Okay. And guys, the package story, what that means is I've taught here at MLSP and other places a little formula for how to tell your story.
Yeah.
Somebody up. You're here, yay!
Hang on.
And it's just a little formula. Like, for example, before I found MLSP, I was doing pretty well in my business, but I was struggling to train my whole team. I was ripping my hair out. And the first thing I noticed here at MLSP is I could depend on all the other leaders to help train my team. Since then, I've gone on to reach the top level at MLSP, L5 leader. And the best part is I'm earning a beautiful residual income and generating leads for my MLM every single day. That's a package story. You know, and the story could be about your product, your story could be about pickles, you know, your story could be, you can package any story. You know, before I found this pen, I had nothing to write with. The first thing I noticed with this pen is that I wrote in blue ink. Since then, I've been able to write many letters, and the best part is people write me back. That's a package story. And when you learn that formula and you can package a story, then you can go do a testimonial on a video on a campaign, etc. And people who can tell stories make the most money. Any luck? She's working on it.
Right, okay. Yeah, I got luck. Sorry, of course, my 4-year-old needed to use the bathroom.
Ah, well,
Right when I was finding it, which always happens, of course. Right, so I've got a YouTube video at first, and then it goes into the MLSP campaign. So I'll share the screen. I'll show the YouTube video.
wonderful.
Okay, share the screen.
And let me pop it up, make you big.
Okay, did that work?
Wait, it's coming.
Okay.
There we go.
So you can see my screen?
Yeah, so this video you
Right.
post on Facebook or somewhere to get the people to go
Yes.
to the site? Okay.
Exactly. So this is in my Facebook funnel. Okay, so shall I play this?
Yeah, let's see if we can hear it. I don't know if it'll work well. We'll try. Let's see.
Can you hear it?
No, but we can see you looking cute.
You can't hear it? Okay.
No.
That's okay. But this guys, she puts this video on Facebook or in other places to get people to go to her funnel. And
Yeah.
what she's done is package a story. Maybe, Angela, afterwards we could put a link to the video in the chat so people can just get a vibe for what you did.
Yeah, hang on. Do I need to come off screen share now?
Well, I was hoping to see the capture page if you can.
Yeah, so this is, okay, can you still see it, the
No.
screen?
No, we see you now.
Okay, hang on, let me just go back over and press screen share again then. Okay. Start screen share. Okay, my daughter is now screaming for me, of course.
They have radar, you know that. Don't worry, guys. Is everybody right in the chat? Guys, is everybody cool with Angela being a mom? Is everybody cool with her working from home so she can take care of her 4-year-old twins? How cool is it that she's home with her babies? Can everybody deal with a little kid noise for a minute so you can see her funnel? Come on, this is the best thing ever.
It is cool. It is cool. So now can you see the the capture page? Okay.
Yeah.
I actually have it with name and email, but I need to clear the cookies and cache. But so it's name and email, and then they put their details in there, and it goes. I guess I could put my details in. Hang on. I'll do a fake one.
So she created this right in the back office. She uses a video to drive people to this capture page. Notice it's very simple. It's a simple headline. You guys can create a page like this in minutes. Very
Yes.
simple.
Very, very easy, and I think it's good to keep it simple. Sometimes, I mean, you know, you can do fancy schmancy things if you want to, and then they click this, and it goes to another YouTube video, or at least it should do. It looks like it doesn't.
You're missing your middle page there.
Oh, that's because yeah, that's odd because I do have a welcome page in there. That might be just because I haven't cleared the cookies and cache. Okay, but there is a welcome page in there with another video.
So she did a package story on a video, drove people to a capture page, and then they see another video of her personally, and then they get redirected to see an MLSP presentation.
Yes, and I do have the other video on YouTube, but if you can't hear it, then
Yeah,
it's a shame.
no, I mean,
I can put the links
if
in.
you have a chance around the kids, throw it in the chat. If you can't, you can't.
I
But I
do.
just want you
Yeah,
guys to
I
see,
will.
Angela generates lots and lots of leads. She's done very, very well here, and all she's done is create simple campaigns, learn to use some video. At the beginning, when you first do this, it seems like it's a little overwhelming, but I got to tell you guys, learning to do this basic funnel will change your business forever. I mean, Angela, what's it done for you? And then you can go.
Absolutely, it's changed my business. I have periods of generating a lot of leads. I've become, relatively good at it. So my conversion rate has gone up. But it all comes with practice. I do have to go because she's screaming from the bathroom.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm really sorry. I'll mute myself. Hang on.
Go ahead. Awesome.
I'll be back.
Well, thanks for sharing. Guys, creating funnels like that is really simple, but the packaging of stories is really like, let's say you just got started this week. Do we have any brand new people here? Maybe so. You just got started this week. I got started with My Lead System Pro. I logged into the back office, and the first thing I noticed was how everything was laid out so well with the training that was easy to follow. Since then, I've been able to follow the directions and generate my first lead, and the best part is I know that this is going to help me build my business to the moon. That would be a great package story for somebody that's generated one lead. And so many people think I have to have generated thousands of leads in order to have a good story. The good story is more often projecting the hope of the future. It's projecting what you believe will happen. It's projecting where you believe you're going. So that's really effective. Now, Bert, it's 3:30, and they have not. We have run out of questions.
What?
So we're going to have transition music for a minute, and what I want you to do is I want you to tell them why they should ask me some questions. Why is it worth asking Hockman a question? It sounds silly for me to say it.
Well, can you hear the transition music? Now, that transition music is actually transition music. There's another show besides Match Game 77 or 75, whatever year that you watched Match Game. There's another show that uses the same formula, and this is a little bumper music from that show. And there was another game show host that did this fill-in-the-blank thing really good, and this is really the reason that
Password? I'm having trouble. I can't place it.
it's not password, but I'll give you guys some more clues in a minute.
Ooh.
But the reason that you should ask questions, I'll play some bumper music, let you have a little bit. And this is in the middle, because if I gave you it at the very beginning, it would be way too easy.
Yes.
The reason really you should ask questions is because when this call is over and you're sitting at your computer and you're like, oh man, if I could just ask Diane this one question, I would be able to rock this. Hello, this is that time right now. If you put it up in the Q&A, no one even knows it's you. Like, you can be like totally incognito. You don't even have to tell anyone that it's your question. So this is that opportunity, because I know before I started coming to the Monday webinars, there was a lot of questions I didn't know the answer to, right? The first thing I noticed was a lot of people weren't asking questions, so that meant there was plenty of opportunity for me to get all my questions answered, right? And the best part was I got all of my questions answered and a little bit extra, right? I have literally like a Monday webinar list of things starting with the mumble that you could use that are ridiculous. So if you want to know why to ask questions, the reason is to get the answers that you're looking for, right? You're looking for answers, that's why you came to the webinar. Hello, just click them on that little question mark and boom, you'll have answers, and you might even find the answer out to what this is from.
You moved it. Darn it, I know it. Wait.
What? What is it?
I don't know, but I know it.
It is, okay, I'll give you a clue. The gentleman that hosts it, his first name is Bob. Mr. Clark, you should know this guy. And he also is famous because you may have seen him for many, many years
Bob Eubanks.
on New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Wait, isn't that Dick Clark? No, that's New Year's Eve.
Bob Eubanks. She got it right. Bob Eubanks.
Bob
He
Eubanks.
does the Rose Parade. What was his show?
The dating game.
The
No,
Newlywed
the
Game.
dating game. Not the because Bert Conley. Okay, I'm like messing up my game shows here.
Remember the Newlywed Game? You had to fill in the blank.
Yes.
My wife loves my fuzzy hairdo, but what she really doesn't like in the middle of the night is blank. So it's the same process, right? The same process.
Yes. You are a newlywed. We could do that one Tuesday because it will be Tuesdays now. One Tuesday we will. Oh look, here's the girls. The girls are here. Wonderful. Or one of the girls at least. Hello, guys. I hate to. And we did have a question come in, which is awesome. I've been at this for 15 years. I have done it online, offline, inline, outline, upline, downline. I have done it through postcards, mail order, online, internet stuff. I have done it littering my town with flyers. I have done it handing out postcards, flyers to people in the mall. I have made money from home in pretty much every way under the sun except for the naughty ways, okay? And we have children present. So it thrills me when we get a chance to answer some questions for you. And we just got a great one, and I know, Bob, you can chime in on this as well. What do you suggest for someone new in MLSB with a low budget to get started for generating leads? I'm hoping for some options that are a bit less time-consuming because I have work and presentations for my primary. Do either of you guys want to throw something out first? And then I certainly have a couple of suggestions. Low cost, not so time-consuming methods.
Of getting leads?
Getting leads and using MLSP. And I'm with you, the person that asked her that question, because I think that some of the things that we teach, they are more time-consuming. What they are is they're kind of like long-term strategies that will provide lots of leads over the long term. But if you only have a little bit of time a day, I definitely see where doing a lot of some of that stuff can be a bit overwhelming, and especially because it takes a little longer to get some traction with those. So, what do you guys think? Anybody got one? And I have a couple, but.
Well, what I do, and I don't have a lot of time either, so one of my favorite ways is I jump onto Facebook and just promote something kind of casually, and then I sponsor the post, or I promote it, and it's like $6.99 or something like that, and that gets it a lot more exposure. I have to do less work because of that, and people think, well, I don't have a list. Well, your friends to me on Facebook, they're my list. And I leverage that. I know not everybody sees it, but since I can sponsor the post, or promote the post, more people will see it. It's fast. It's one of the fastest ways to get leads that I've found.
Yeah, absolutely. That's using a profile when he's spending the $6.99, so it'll get more exposure to the people that you're friends with. Or you also can run a Facebook ad through a page, or just it doesn't matter whether it's a page or profile, but if you can pay for a Facebook ad, excuse me, hi, I stutter, but you can target the ad to be seen by a certain segment, and it can be very inexpensive. So that's one way if you want to go fast, but you have a small budget. You can do it for as little as $10. So it doesn't have to be a lot. Anyone else want to toss a few in? That's awesome, Bob. And I think Bob, works. He's a reproductive scientist. He works in New York City. So he's a very important job. He may roll his eyes at me, but I think you have a very important job. So yeah, he does not have all day every day to be fooling around. Bert, do you have any inexpensive quick things that you like?
When I say inexpensive, I like free. Like that's my.
Me too.
That's my price point is right about like zero, like, give or take about zero. No, I'll go up to like $5, and I'll do what Bob said for sure. That it is a great way to go out and reach that post. But I really like the idea, if you have a limited amount of time, to go out and build relationships, not just like go and like put something in front of people, which is great, and it expands your reach, but to go out and really personally connect with some people, in 15 minutes, you can go out and talk to literally 15, 30, 40, 50 people, right? Just go and say hello. Go and like and comment on their content already that they've done. So then you don't have to come up with like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say today? What am I going to do? I don't have to think of anything. I just go and find everyone else that's like talking all day, and I just go into, it's called pirate marketing, right? I just broadside right up along to the conversation, and I just swing over. I just grab a little conversation thread and swing over onto the deck, and I'm like, what's up, everybody? And then you can just start participating with people right there and making relationships and connecting with people. And that's really simple, and it's free, and it's right now, right? And you can do it on the go.
Can I interrupt really, really quickly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. My sick one's opened up. Woken up. So I'm going to have to go from the webinar, but I posted those links in the chat.
Perfect, Angela. Thank you so much for sharing. It's awesome that you did, and you're always so giving, and we appreciate you. Go take care of your kids.
I will.
And, it's always a treat to see you guys.
It's lovely. Yeah. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Angela.
Guys, I have such a big place in my heart for when Angela's around with the kids, because I started my business when my kids were 3 and 6. They're now almost 18 and 21. And I remember that, you know, we didn't have Hangouts and webinars back then, but I remember I'd get on the phone and they always wanted to be on my lap right during that phone call and stuff. And that's a big part of why I, you know, come out and teach today, is because I want families and different people to be together and people to do what they love and stuff. So that's huge. To add to what Bert said, if you set up a strategy for Facebook, you can go on there for, first of all, because we all have smartphones, although mine is broken, I got to go get a new one now, or iPads or different mobile devices. I literally, and you guys will think I'm crazy, I tend to wake up in the morning and I go on, well, I go to the bathroom, not to share too much, but I think we've already discussed bathrooms today, and I brush my teeth and all that other good stuff, and then I generally will grab my iPad and I will take a look and see what's been going on overnight on Facebook, and I'll engage in some conversations. It takes about 15 minutes. I will also do a little promotion for anything that's going on that day. So, for example, on Mondays, I have 2 classes that I teach. So I will promote in the morning the classes. Now, for you guys that are MLSP members, we have a training that you can invite people to almost every night of the week. So, you know, or at your primary programs, your MLMs, you might have a presentation or you might have something going on, so you can do a little promotion. So I'm chatting with people, liking their stuff, engaging, and then I'm doing a little promotion about what's going on that day or the next day. Takes about 15 minutes. Now, if I were working, I would do that again on my lunch break. Bob, do you ever hit Facebook on lunch, or do you just take lunch? I don't know how long you get.
No, I usually do it. I do it first thing. I get to work a little bit early, so I do it before work, and then I do it after. So I don't usually have much time to make.
Yeah. Okay. I just, it depends on your work schedule and so on, guys. If you have an hour, you definitely could take 10, 15 minutes on a lunch break. If you don't, if you have a half an hour or something like that, then that's no big deal. And then I'm going to hit it again on the way home. If I commute, some people like commute and take a train or something like that, that's a beautiful time to do some social media work. For those that don't, obviously, don't be doing it in your car, and killing people, but I'll do it again at home. So I've already now actually been, if I did that 15 minutes 3 times a day, I've been interacting with people, inviting people to things, chatting with people for 45 minutes already. And what's interesting is most people in traditional marketing don't talk to people for 45 minutes. In fact, they're lucky if they talk to people for 5 minutes. And what I'm always doing is inviting the people to jump on my email list in one form or another. It could be letting them know that I have something great coming out from my personal list, or it could be sending them to an MLSP campaign or our Wednesday webinar. I'm sending them somewhere that they can get into an autoresponder with me. And then the other activity that I'll always do is I'll mail my list and say hey to them. So I've already talked to, just visiting with people for 45 minutes, plus when I send out that email, which takes another 5 to 10 minutes to write. If I spent an hour a day, I've communicated with literally dozens, if not hundreds, and as you get more experience and have been around the block longer, I can communicate with thousands of people a day. And that's how we do it. It's free, and it's you know, it doesn't take up that much time. It's just a thought process of promotion and a thought process of just reaching out and meeting people and seeing who's out there that we can help. Not everybody's going to want our MLM, not everybody's going to want MLSP, not everybody's going to want one of our products, but if you meet people, sooner or later somebody will tell you they're struggling with something, and that's when you get to make a recommendation. And that,
Hey, Diane.
yeah.
Our friend Douglas in the chat asked a question that you probably want to go. Maybe you want to answer it. He says, you know, I get the friending chat, I do that, but I always get pitched to when I talk to somebody, I always get pitched in return. So how do I kindly say no?
Kindly say no. Hey, I'm good now, man. Thanks. You know, it's
Because that does happen all the time, right? It happens a lot.
well, it's funny because it doesn't happen to me anymore. Somebody said that today. Do you get really annoyed by all the people pitching you and spamming you? And I'm like, nobody does it to me because people are afraid of me. I don't know why they don't do it to me and some other leaders that much. But just be nice. You know, I figure if somebody's less experienced or hasn't learned yet, you know, I used to want to correct them. I don't anymore. You know, it's interesting. I outgrew that. I'm just nice to people because, you know what, when I started my business, I used to run around hanging up flyers in toilets. That's all I knew how to do. And that's what I did. So doing that on Facebook is the equivalent of hanging up a flyer in a toilet. It's hoping and wishing that somebody might bite on what we're offering. And the truth is, when somebody's done that, it's telling you that they're not experienced. So if you're nice to the person, you usually can say, hey, why don't you come down Wednesday night because we're having a great training on this. It might be helpful to you. And what's really cool is, as an MLSP member, if you invite someone to a training, if they happen to make a purchase, it's coded back to you, so you would receive a commission. Especially with the pure profits, it really adds up. But if nothing else, you're helping another person, and it's just good energy. It's good karma. And, you know, I don't do any complicated marketing. I've just been reaching out and helping people and encouraging people for years now, and it's just what we do. And when you do that long enough and you invite them to good stuff without, you know, a hook or without pitching them, they tend to buy from you. So that's a great question, Bob. Thank you for telling me that he asked. You know, people do it. Just say, hey, man, I'm good. I'm working on, you know, I already have a project I'm working on, but if I can help you out anyway, let me know. They're so stunned when you talk to them like that. They don't even know what to make of it because it's so kind of higher plane, you know. What's that? I have no idea how Link Love works, Mina. I have zero idea, zero clue, have not installed it, and have not looked at it. I'm not your technical girl. I don't, and again, I'm not contradicting my colleagues that do some amazing stuff with that. I get plenty of traffic on my own just from reaching out and helping people, so I don't really do that. I know there's different levels of Link Love, and you have to share other people's stuff and all that. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm sorry if you're hearing a lot of I don't knows today, guys, but I'm the traditional networker that learned how to use the internet. I call it being an online networker. Ask me how to talk to a prospect. Ask me how to overcome an objection. Ask me how to write a letter to invite people to a webinar. Ask me how to promote your company presentation and load it. That's me. Ask me about how to do an RSS feed, something link into a something something. No clue. But chances are on Wednesday night. Do we know who's doing Wednesday? Anybody know? I didn't see. Let me see if it says in here. Let me see if it says, you know, Wednesday night is when we tend to pull out some of that fancy-dancy stuff. So how to build a massive audience and become an industry rock star online quickly with Mark Harbert. There you go. I don't know exactly what Mark is teaching in that because that's a little vague. He might be doing PPV advertising. Let's see. A sneaky new way to create videos And more importantly, rank them high using only your mobile phone. This one sounds sexy, Bob. Wow. This ninja trick will have you shaking with excitement when you see how easy it is. I'm already shaking with excitement. I might need Bert to play some more music. This little-known, almost secret updates that YouTube has very recently made, making it stupid simple to get massive traffic and views to your videos. I might even come on Wednesday. I can't. I have a concert. I'll watch the replay. How to create an almost bulletproof YouTube channel by building big-time authority. Because YouTube's been shutting down YouTube channels like crazy. Now, I have to say, I've never had anything shut down in my whole career.
Oh, knock on wood.
I've never had a channel shut down, a Twitter shut down, a Facebook. I've never been in Facebook jail. I haven't even had a Facebook cop yell at me for jaywalking. So, and Mark's formula for building Superman-type following and community around his channel that you can start using as soon as Wednesday night right after the webinar. Well, this one sounds pretty good. I think y'all should go see my buddy Marky Mark. Guys, we have the best training out there because it's coming from the field. It's not theory. It's not concept. It's our actual leaders that are actually building now in the field, teaching what they're doing now. So I love that because a lot of training out there is like theory and concept. The reason why I don't teach technology is because I don't use it extensively. I use Hangouts and video and so on to build community. I don't use some of the other stuff, so I don't teach it too much because I think it would be unfair to teach something that I don't really use. Could I do a training on it? Sure. I mean, could I teach you guys right now how to do a bunch of junk? Of course I could, but that's not what my specialty is. My specialty is networking. So let's see. What are the basic things to do in MLSP? Watching all the videos and training. Okay. You need to, if you go step by step through the training, those trainings are 3 to 5 minutes long. And if you watch a video and then execute what it says to do not skip ahead. You won't get overwhelmed if you actually watch it and do what it says, and don't move forward until you've either completed it or gone in the Facebook group and gotten a question answered if you're stuck or confused. The reason why people get confused most often is they've jumped ahead. They're trying to get to the good stuff. Okay, the good stuff, so they're skipping ahead, and or they watch a video but they don't do what it says, and then they watch the next one. So what happens is it just gets all mixed up. Very, very, very common. We see it every day, and I promise you, if you go back and watch each one and force yourself to execute instead of jumping ahead, you will feel fine. You'll feel fine. Because especially the first section, the academy training, it teaches you how to generate a lead right then and there. But most of the time when I talk to people and I ask them about it, they didn't do it. So then they go, I didn't generate any leads. I've been here 3 weeks. Well, you should have generated leads your first day. What happened? Oh, I didn't do that thing. It didn't seem smart. Right? I didn't like that thing, or I didn't do this. You can't learn the advanced unless you learn the basic. You can't learn, if you don't take the freshman class, you can't take the senior class. And that's the big problem. I'd love to. Yes, Bob? Another good one?
Sorry. There's one on the chat here from Erica. How do you bring your opportunity to the front when meeting someone new? What are some good urgency statements?
Truthfully, I personally don't. I'm really an old school attraction marketer. I learned attraction marketing from the originator. I always meet someone with something generic so I can build a relationship before they feel like I'm offering them an opportunity. So I'm always going to, that's the reason why I use MLSP. Because MLSP, like Wednesday night's training that I just read to you, how cool is that? It's really easy to get people to come to that training. It's really hard to get people to come to your opportunity meeting. But once you have a relationship with someone and you've helped them out, the chances of them coming to see what your opportunity is goes up tenfold. And I could prove that. I just recently started a new program, and I was able to just invite people to come take a look at what I was doing, and I was able to get hundreds of people quickly and easily to take a look at what I was doing. I was able to recruit a ton of people and build an organization very fast. It's not because I'm fancy. It's because I had a relationship with the people before I exposed my opportunity. So I don't necessarily want to put my opportunity in the forefront until they trust me. Once they trust me, they're going to look. unless they have one already. And if they have one already, that's cool, because the day that they decide they don't like it, they're likely to call me. So I hope that answers the question. It's a little counterintuitive. It's a little wicky-wacky. But if you think about it, what kind of ads and things do you respond to? Things that are designed to help you get better at your opportunity. That's probably why you're here. Many of you came here because you're looking to get better at your opportunity. So if you realize that you responded because of that, then you understand that other people do too. Bob, how did I meet you? I met you through a colleague, but how did you meet that colleague? You were looking to get better.
Yeah, basically through different things. I noticed her because she was doing something else somewhere else, and she was successful. And then she introduced me to you, and I met you in a casino.
Yeah, there you go. So did Bert. you were looking.
There's a trend here.
You were looking to get better at marketing what you were already marketing. Okay.
Exactly.
And so, guys, if you're talking to people that have no experience in the industry, then you can lead right with your opportunity. You know, if you're talking to Sally down the block or somebody at the mall. But if you're on the internet and inside of spaces where there's lots of people that are in the industry, you want to lead with something generic, something training, something helpful, and then as you build the relationship, it's very simple to say, so hey, are you working on something? And that's how I recruit, guys. I just have lots of people that were leads, and I reach out and I'm saying, hey, what's going on? What are you working on? And then they tell me. If they tell me they already have a program, I'm like, great, anything I can do to help you out. Here's some training, and here's some free stuff. And you give away stuff from MLSP if you don't have your own. And then if somebody says, I'm still looking, I'm not sure what I want to do, well, hey, I have something that's a great residual program. Would you like to take a look? And they say yes. So it's pretty simple.
It's so much easier. I think, to me, Diane, the biggest shift that I had was going from, and it was a hard shift because I used the other way, but it's going from how can I get them to how can I help them.
Yeah.
And when you make that change, and especially like you said, when you're talking to people who are already in the industry, if you have to find out what they need. If somebody comes to me and needs help generating leads, you know, I can say, well, do you know how to tell stories? They say no, and I send them to your free training in MLSP. If they have trouble prospecting, I send them to Ray's training. And then when that happens, and you follow up and say, how'd you like the training? Then it becomes a whole different conversation. It's just like, you know, people helping each other out.
Yeah.
And you're right. Sooner or later, they'll get bored with what they're doing, and they'll come ask you what you're doing.
Yeah. And think about it, guys. That's the way it works in your neighborhoods. That's the way it works at work. In your neighborhood, you're out walking your dog or something, and you meet your neighbor, and you like start talking, and you're having this great conversation. You realize you both have kids the same age, or you both whatever into soccer, or you're both into football, or whatever the case may be. And then sooner or later, somebody will say to one another, somebody will ask, hey, is there any chance you could do me a favor and walk my dog on Saturday? We're going to be gone for too many hours. The next thing you know, you're inside your neighbor's house. You know, they trust you because of that relationship. Nobody's going to just randomly walk across the street and go, hi, you're a stranger. I don't know who you are. Here are my keys. Will you walk my dog? That would be weird, wouldn't it? Because people don't do that. So it's the same here. You have to build trust before you invite someone into your house, which is your opportunity. If you just start inviting people straight to your opportunity, most people feel solicited. Where if you have a relationship and you say, hey, are you looking for something? I have something that's pretty cool, might work for you. They feel like you're helping them. Makes a big difference. We have one more and then we're about done. Asking me if I'm going to do more training on the customer avatar concept. I would love to. Customer avatar is who is your perfect customer and how to identify them and how to locate them. Christina, I think we could look at that for next week. I'd totally dig it. Great topic. You know, I always talk about the message to market match. Here, let me put this up. Message to market match, which is here's your message, and you want to find the exact right. See, if your message is here and the people you're talking to are here and they don't connect, like, hi, I sell baseball bats, and all these people are ballerinas, right? It's like, we have baseball bats. We're ballerinas. It goes whoosh. Okay, it doesn't connect. If I say I sell pink baseball bats with little tutus on them, maybe there's one little segment of the ballerinas that like baseball too. And they like to play baseball on Saturdays after ballet class, and you might get a little connection. But if you say I sell baseball bats and these are baseball players, boom. Or if you say, I sell tutus and these are ballerinas, boom. So if you understand what you're selling, which most people don't, and you understand who wants to buy that, and then all you do is you put the thing in front of the people that want to buy it, you go like that, it's pretty darn simple. Most people overcomplicate it because they don't know what they're selling and they don't know who wants to buy it. So therefore they wander around soliciting people on Facebook and spamming people. So love to talk about that, Christina. I know for you guys, both of you guys, when you figured that out, did it make a difference when you started working within the industry, when you started sharing training and tools to people instead of trying to, you know, recruit them out of the gate? Did it make a difference when you learned that?
I was such a spammer.
Were you, Bob? Were you really back
in
in the
beginning? I was. I was bad. I'm
Bob
embarrassed.
Clark was a spammer? Wow.
I was. I guess I'm in treatment.
Recovered?
So, okay. I'm recovered.
We rehabilitated him.
I was in Facebook jail for like 90, well, maybe not 90, maybe like 45 days because I did the same thing. This is the powerful part. Before I really listened, okay, before I was really listening, I was pretending like I was following the thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing it, and then I wasn't getting results, and maybe you've heard this, oh, you know, that doesn't really work, and this guy didn't tell me, and that's a scam, and blah, 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 blah. But I wasn't really doing what it said. See, I was just out, obviously I wasn't doing what it said because I was doing so much of what you weren't supposed to do that they were like, hey, you're not allowed to participate for a little bit, okay? You're going crazy, bro. Stop. Facebook was like, you're not doing it right, okay? You're spazzing out. So when you figure that part out, the give, that really, no one wants to come to your home meeting. No one wants to learn about how to make a better salad or how to lose 27 pounds overnight or rub the eye cream on their forehead, right? Because listen, if that was happening, me and Bob would have as much hair as Diane, okay? We'd be like, woo, we're at the meeting, yeah, we got the hair cream, woo, right? We would be there, okay? Trust me. But no one wants to come to that meeting, but what they do want to come to is they want to come to where the answers are, right? And if you found out the answer, even if it was something, and I'm not kidding, if it was something simple, like you finally figured out how to make an automatic signature on the back of your Gmail, okay? Because there's like 78.
Most people don't know how to do that.
There's like, you got to click on the wheel and then click on the settings and cozy and theme 5, and there's like 5 steps. Imagine if you shared that with like 17 people. Every one of those people, whatever, it could be 3 people, every single one of those people would be like, dude, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I've been trying to figure that out for like 4 days. Like literally, they've been sitting at their computer for 4 days trying to figure that one thing out. If you're the guy that brings that to them, it changes the whole picture. And when you start doing that all the time with everything that you do, not just your email, but your email and your whatever it is that you have, whatever offers you have, whether it's the free Twitter training because you're an MLSP member, or maybe you went out and did a Twitter ad and it worked, and you're like, oh my gosh, I actually followed this system that they said, and share that. That's powerful, because when you actually follow what they say, this has been my experience only, when I actually followed the directions and didn't add my little idea, like, that's a really good idea, I'll just omit this one little part because I'm not into that. When you actually do the whole plan, it works, and then when you share it, it's so powerful. So powerful. Because there's no sales. People just know it. You tell it, and you're like, listen, if all of a sudden tomorrow me and Bob came with a full head of hair, we would sell every single person on it. Why? Because we would be like, dude, check it out, bro. I got a mohawk today.
Man, we'd form our own MLM, right?
There you go.
They would know. They would know because we knew it. We experienced it, and we were being able to share that. And that's the difference. When you do something and you know it because you did it, no one can. There's no argument. No one can take that from you. Then you own it, and then it's a whole different game. So I think absolutely that's a long answer to a question that absolutely that changes the game for you, because your whole perspective changes. No longer do you have to sell and spam.
Yeah. When you understand what you have in your hands And I call it, I've got the cookie. You know, I know what I have here at MLSP. I know what I have in my primary program. So when you understand what you have in your hands, and then you understand the motivation of the people that are looking for what you have, that's when you can really create that avatar and know who to target. And a lot of people misinterpret customer avatar, and we'll discuss it next week, but they think it has to do with a lot of stuff that it doesn't have to do. Because if you were to look across MLSP, guys, I dare you, go today, go into the Facebook group. Do you see anyone, and you guys know, I mean, you've been to our live events, Live the Dream. Do you see any one age group that's all, is everybody the same age?
No.
Is everybody in MLSP the same age?
No.
No. Is everybody in MLSP the same skin color?
No.
No. Is everybody in MLSP from the same region?
Nope.
No. Is everybody in MLSP have the same like socioeconomic level or income?
Nope.
Nope. I mean, the only common denominator, because a lot of people think it has to do with, I'm looking for women that are 42 to 56 that, you know, like to ride bicycles on Tuesdays, and they get this really specific avatar thing in their head. The common denominator at MLSP is it's people who struggled in building a home business that wanted to find a better way. That's why they're here. So what do we have to offer to people? You know, we have to offer a better way. It's not about whether they're 26 or 42 or 52 or 106. I mean, I know of people in MLSP from 18 to 80. I know of people from all over the world. I know of people pretty much of every skin shade there is, including purple. I saw one purple guy at the event, but you know, I didn't say anything because I thought it might be a condition or something. I don't know. But so it's not, customer avatars are not what they think it is. Ed, the trainings, these recordings of the trainings are always in your back office at MLSP. I also sometimes, if I get around to it, I throw them on my blog as well. But they get put up in your back office in a day or two, so you can go grab it. Because he's listening, driving and listening, so he wants to be able to see it later. So I think we are done. Bob, you gonna say something?
One last thing for people. It's just, you know, people get kind of hung up on thinking they have to know all the answers. But like you always taught me, you have to know how to point to what it is. And if you're in a system, whatever system you're in, but let's say you're an MLSP, your job really is to know what you have to give away. So you have to know, you know, what are the free trainings that I can give away, and you have to know how to find your link. What are the free webinar links that I can give away? You know, kind of have an idea of that stuff so you can give it away fast when somebody wants it, and not have to go look for it all the time. So that's just my tip for them is to dig in there in that back office and just see what you have, because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people never realize that's my claim to fame. I'm the promotion queen here. All I do is I put people in front, like Mark. Mark's going to teach some great stuff Wednesday night, 9 p.m. You know, I can push the link for you guys to go get registered. Mark's going to show some crazy cool stuff. I don't know how to do it. But what I know is I can get leads and make sales on Wednesday if I put people in front of Mark. So all I want to know is how to put people in front of Mark. See, I don't let my ego get in the middle of it or think I have to know everything that Mark Harbert knows, because I don't know any of that stuff. I just know that if I put people in front of Mark Wednesday, I'm going to get leads and I potentially get sales. I don't think we're selling anything specific Wednesday night, but maybe they'll get a membership or maybe they'll buy one of his courses or something. So I'm going to point at Mark. And you can point at Monday afternoons. A lot of people don't realize that you can promote these webinars, just Q&As and people to come down. But if you don't realize it, I've already pushed 3 or 4 links here that somebody could have bought from, that you guys could have earned a commission on, and so on. So it's pretty cool. And learning about what your resources are and what people are looking for is the big key. It's not learning all the stuff and feeling like you can't share it before you know it. I can attest to you, I will never know all of the stuff. But I made well over 6 figures here last year, and this is not, you know, what I do for a living. This is my lead generation system. So if the digital dingbat Blondie over here can make that kind of money referring and pointing, what could you do? Because chances are most of you know more technically than me. You may not think so, but you probably do. So on that note, I want to thank you, Bert Bledsoe, as always, and thank you for bringing the music. Can you get the Love Boat theme? I think that's very important.
I already have that one. That one's actually, I have that on my phone.
Because I am Julie, your cruise director, as I always say.
That one is actually, I have that one on my phone. Yes, I'll bring that one next week.
Okay, well, we're going to do a late night marketing fest and sing along soon.
This is my parting song. I think everyone should learn this one.
Okay.
I want to break free.
Oh, I know this one. Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one. Like if you can break through that one, woo, you can go.
It's
I
so
like
boring having Bert on these things, isn't it, Diane?
I know, Bert is never any fun, and why do you think I bring him everywhere? Anywhere I can get Bert to come, he amuses me to no end. Plus, he's just an incredible, as are you, Bob, incredible people to do business with and have a good time with. But I really have to say that as much as Bert is usually the highlight, today it was Morris the cat and his birthday celebration. Tell Rosie I said thank you for bringing him on. Those of you that are not L1 leaders here yet, definitely go ahead and hit L1 so we can see your pet or your kids or your theme music or whatever. This is a self-expression hour. Bert's still dancing over there. He's like,
I'm just rocking out a little bit.
We especially
Speaking of Morris, I was trying to find the 9 Lives commercial. I was like,
oh, yes.
God. Like, meow,
We
meow,
especially-
meow, 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 meow,
Oh
meow.
my God.
Meow Mix is very good.
I
We're
think we
showing
also
our-
we especially want all the bald men to hit L1 so we can get more people over here.
Absolutely.
Well, are there more bald men that need to hit L1 that we're not aware of? Because we should rally around them.
Yes.
Larry said something. My husband's name is Larry, and he also shaves his head. He said something the other day about him and his bald buddies or something, and he was like talking about you guys and McDaniel, and I mean it was like a whole brotherhood of men.
We have a society. We do. Yeah.
It's kind of a secret membership, and you know.
Is there a secret handshake? There has to be a secret handshake.
We actually have secret hair products that we use, but we can only tell you that on the back end. It's kind of if you don't know marketing terms, when you get more into the game, you'll know, and you have shaved your head, we'll actually unlock the Bald Guys Marketing Hair Products upsell funnel to you. It's absolutely incredible. With this one product, you can literally quadruple your income and your upsells just with this one hair product. Bob and I haven't applied mastered the application, but when we do, things are gonna boom.
Just in case anybody is listening, Bert's comments do not reflect the opinions of My Lead System Pro Corporate, Diane Hockman, or Bob Clark. He's not making a financial claim. It's humor. It's only a joke. Don't write letters, but if you do, write your senator or something like
Write
that.
them to Bert.
Yeah, you can send them to me at I didn't like your marketing at bert.com. And right over to me, and it'll come right to my email.
Bert, you have no idea. I've had people taking me seriously when I'm being ridiculously sarcastic on a hangout, and somebody will write me, and I'm like, it was a joke, man. It was just humor, man.
That was just
Humor. Although I want to be bald too, so I can play with you guys, but I'm keeping the blonde locks. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? All right, gang. Well, thanks to everybody that sent in a question and participated. Remember, next week we do move to Tuesday. Invite your friends. Bring them all down. Marketing Party at 3 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, April 1st. And it is my birthday party, and there probably will be giveaways. I can't promise, but if I get permission, there will be birthday party giveaways. And maybe party hats. Something fun.
Nice.
All right, everybody, have a great day. Go rock it. Go generate some leads. Go make some sales. Go get people into your traditional primary programs. Go make a pure profit. Rock it this week. Make it yours. And I will see you guys later. Take care, everyone.
Yes.
Bye.